Do you remember when Snoop Dogg partnered with Hendrick's Gin to create the world's largest gin and juice? Do you remember when Snoop Dogg partnered with Tangerine No. 10 and launched a custom cocktail to promote the brand? Do you remember that other gin launch from Snoop Dogg in Doggo? Well, forget all of that because Snoop is back with a gin, this one called Still D.R.E. It is vapor distilled on a copper pot still and features a couple usual botanicals, juniper and coriander, and a couple less usual, think tangerine and jasmine. Dr. Dre and Snoop developed and designed this gin in partnership with the team from On the Rocks Cocktails. If you're a fan of 1990s hip-hop, then you already know that this gin is a reference to the single the two did together in the 1990s called Still D.R.E. Still gin, still Dre. Pretty clear connection right there. Although Snoop and Dr. Dre partnered with a team in creating the gin, they want to make it very clear that this is more than just a celebrity slapping their name on a bottle sort of situation here. This is not a liquor that we're just putting our name on. It's just like we did with Beats headphones. Everything is us from the ground up. The gin, the flavor, the packaging. All right, so on the nose, you're going to immediately recognize that this is citrus forward with some floral facets. Unpacking that a little bit, there's sweet orange, there's mandarin, there's powdery rose, some hints of celery and green juniper. Okay, so let's get to the flavor on this one. Early, bitter orange, but it becomes sweeter and juicier as the heart of this gin begins to blossom. It's that full throttle, juicy tangerine on the heart of this. Now, afterwards, kind of as it recedes on the back of the palate, you do get some more of that spice. I get some cassia, I get some coriander, and a little bit of juniper. You know, one thing I do want to be very clear on is juniper might not be the star of this gin, but it is most certainly present in this gin. So the finish, a moderate radiant warmth with some peppery coriander and the slightest hint of resinous juniper just at the very back edges. Bartenders should be aware this gin is something of a citrus bomb. It's going to bring that character to the drinks you mix with it. I thought playing into that, this gin worked fabulously in a White Lady, for example. It made a good Tom Collins. And if you're more of a fan of mixed drinks, it's a great gin and juice. However, for me, that tangerine just came through best in a gin and soda. So if you didn't like Indoggo, and I get that, this gin is not another Indoggo. This gin is really its own thing. It might be going after a similar citrus, floral, somewhat fruity gin demographic, but Still Gin is a far more balanced and well-rounded gin. Overall, it works well behind the bar. It definitely has a space on the market. It might not be for your ardent juniper fans. However, not every gin needs to be marketed towards everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Please give us a like or a subscribe if you enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments if there's other gins you'd like me to cover in the future, either here or on theginisin.com. You know, thanks for tuning in, and hope you find the gin that you love. Cheers.